Who saw the video of the Berkeley students getting beaten? Was that an accident?
No!
Were the police just acting out of order?
No!
Those police were doing their jobs. They were told to remove those protesters. And do you know what the administration said?
They said that we were violent! Fuck Bergenau!
Yeah, they said that the students were violent. If you saw the videos, you know that wasn't true. You know what else they said? Is that the administration said that the students were welcome to stay. They said they agreed with the demands. They said they supported higher education, and they thought it was a good thing that the students were out and talking about their ideas and opinions. But they said, unfortunately, the tents have to go. And if we have to use violence to remove them, we're going to do that. And nothing's going to stop us.
The whole campus is a free speech zone!
Who here saw the videos of Oakland? Does it look like a war or what? What do you think the problem was? Do you think that it was really so threatening to the well-being of the city of Oakland to have a few people just speaking their mind down there?
No!
Why do they care so much about those tents?
Because they're assholes!
They are. Some of them may be assholes, but some of them are pretty nice too. Some of them are pretty nice.
We are the 99%!
Because we are the 99%. Who is the 99%?
We are!
Who is the 99%?
We are!
You all are some powerful, dangerous people. The Occupy movement is facing a serious problem. Now, there's some real genius to the movement. It's spread like wildfire across this country because so many people are hurting. So many people cannot afford to pay their education. So many people are getting kicked out of their homes. So many people cannot pay for health care for their kids. I have a daughter who, I wanted to get in. I have two daughters, but one just started kindergarten. And it's like, I might as well just send her to, a dirt yard where some of the educational opportunities are in the public education system. We got very lucky, and we petitioned into a school a couple districts over from where we live, and so we're able to send her to a good public school. But the vast majority of kids in Los Angeles trying to go to public schools do not have those educational opportunities. So everyone is hurting, and the Occupy movement has gained everybody's attention across the country. It's spreading like wildfire. There's a problem with the Occupy movement, and that problem is that when you have people who may be very unemployed, they can be called transient, and the issues are abstract, then what happens is the authorities who are trying to get them out of those parks and trying to silence their voices, they try to vilify the people. Who has seen an article in the newspaper or show on TV talking about the health and safety dangers of the Occupy encampment? Who's heard the story about a shooting that happened at Berkeley a few days ago that just happened to be, I assume, there's no evidence that has any connection to anything, all kinds of allegations across the media that somehow that shooting has something to do with the Occupy movement.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit, right? But the problem is that we need a very tangible struggle to make this something that we can win. And you all are the hope and the future of the Occupy movement. Because there's no doubt. I was up there watching the speeches earlier, and every word that the speakers were saying was true. It was coming from your hearts, it was coming from your situations. And what we've done here, and what you've done here at UCLA, is you've made the issue clear. This is not about can people hang out at the park. This is about, can you proceed with the public education that the state of California has guaranteed you? Or are you going to pay so much taxes to bail out the wealthy and the banks that you're going to be out back on the street?
Hell no!
So what's important is to bring the two together. We need the tents. We need the tents because we can sit here and talk till we're blue in the face. But eventually, if there's not a struggle, if there's not a fight, then the energy's going to dissipate and people will move on. And the claims, people are working 3 jobs and trying to do a full-time load. How are we going to sustain this if we can't really pick a fight that matters? And the thing is we have a fight that matters. Those tents are our hope. Those tents are the way that we're going to get them to cut back the tuition and fees to the levels that they were before this financial crisis and get rid of the tax that they've imposed on students and all our children. This is not a fight between students and faculty. The faculty are worried that they're going to be cut out. They're worried that this is not going to be a world-class institution. Do we want that? No! Let the banks and the financial institutions and the wealthy that created this crisis pay for it. The state of California will not deny us. They will not deny you. I just want to say one last thing, and this is just a specific thing about the tents. And this is a specific thing that Jason called out earlier about the nonviolence, right? They're going to try to say that sitting in the tents is nonviolent. But let me say a few things just briefly about.
They're going to say it's violent.
They're going to say it's violent, that's right. They're going to say that those tents are violent. When Rosa Parks went and she sat down at the front of the bus, and the police came and they told her that she had to move to the back, did she say, okay, I'll go? No! Was that violent? No! When the sit-down strikers went in Greensboro, North Carolina on February 1st, 1960, and they said, I am a human being and I don't care what color my skin is. I'm going to sit at this counter and I'm going to order my food and I'm going to participate in this democracy. Was that violent? No! And then the police came and they said, I'm sorry, but you must disperse. You are breaking the law. Did they disperse? No! Was that violent? No! When the disenfranchised voters in the South went to register, and the registrar of voters said, where's your poll tax payment? And they said, I don't have the money to pay it. And they said, well, I'm sorry, you're not eligible to vote. And they said, okay, well, I scrounged together and I borrowed this money, and here's my payment for my poll tax. And I would like to register to vote. And the registrar of voters said, okay, well, here's the test you got to take. And the disenfranchised voter was handed a test that they could not pass. And they failed that test. And then the voter registrar said, I am sorry, but you are not eligible to vote. Did the disenfranchised voter go away and participate in the order to disperse? No! Was that violent? No! If we go and we say, this is our education, this is a mandate from the state of California, and we are going to stay here and occupy these tents until you break our heads and drag us out of here and haul us off to jail, and when you do, 10 will be here to take our place tomorrow. Will that be violent? Will the cops beat us? Will that be violent? No! Take our tents and destroy our property?
Yes!
And will it be violent if they deny us our education?
Hell yes!
Whose campus? Our campus! Whose campus? Our campus! Whose campus? Our campus! UCLA.